In the world of fantasy football, preseason takeaways can make or break a team's strategy. Caleb Williams, the former #1 overall pick, has been the talk of the town, but not for the reasons he'd like. His mistakes have been amplified on social media, while his highlights are disregarded, placing him in a dangerous internet space that has been occupied by both successful quarterbacks and those who have struggled. However, it's important to remember that Chicago's training camp isn't as disastrous as it may seem. In fact, Williams recently threw a 40-yard touchdown strike to Rome Odunze, proving that the team's offense isn't broken. Johnson's system is simply complex and difficult to install, loaded with elements unfamiliar to Williams. But let's not forget the plays Williams made last season, which showcase his true potential. Anthony Richardson's injury has also been a hot topic. The Colts quarterback suffered a dislocated finger early in the preseason opener, but fortunately, it wasn't serious. Richardson was 2 for 3 before the injury occurred, with his first 2 attempts targeting camp standouts Adonai Mitchell and Tyler Warren. He was replaced by Daniel Jones, who produced his signature stat line. Richardson downplayed the severity of the injury following the game, saying, "I'll be good." Keenan Allen's return to the Chargers in powder blue has been a significant move, but it shouldn't reshuffle anyone's fantasy rankings. At 33 years old, Allen moves like a bubble hockey goalie, even when he's cooking. He's a little stiff and his hands failed him at times last season. However, the Chargers certainly needed a steadying presence in the receiving room, someone to complement Ladd McConkey. Every other receiver on this team is an agent of chaos. Travis Hunter playing 80% of the offensive snaps is not just a fantasy goof speculating on Hunter's potential workload. Jacksonville head coach Liam Cohen said it in a conversation with Rich Eisen. Hunter is a superhuman athletic talent, and if he plays 40-plus snaps per game, there simply aren't 25 receivers in the league likely to outscore him in fantasy. Also, Trevor Lawrence's setup for a monster year is not something anyone wants to hear about, but he is, in fact, a strong candidate for a supernova season. Not many quarterbacks have a pair of weapons like Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. at their disposal. Denver's first unofficial depth chart is rookie hazing. When headlines mention R.J. Harvey's placement on the team's initial depth chart, understand that the Broncos parked all their rookies at the bottom of the positional hierarchies. Kind of a jerk move, honestly. However, Harvey has been running as no worse than the team's RB2 in practices, and he certainly does have a J.K. Dobbins problem, but he does not have an Audric Estime problem. No worries there. Harvey has been plenty impressive. Torrey Horton hype has been building, and for good reason. Seattle's rookie 5th-rounder has been having a noisy camp and pushing for a significant early-season role. His performance in the team's preseason opener certainly won't derail the hype train. Horton caught 3 passes for 31 yards against the Raiders on Thursday night, including a tackle-breaking 10-yard touchdown. Horton had a terrific collegiate career at Colorado State, and now, healthy and thriving, he's looking like a filthy steal for the Seahawks. Matthew Golden has been drawing praise from every reporter, fan, coach, and teammate who watches him work. Green Bay had not selected a first-round receiver in a generation before Golden, so draft status seems unusually meaningful in this case. Zach Taylor unleashed the varsity offense in the preseason opener, and Joe Burrow was nearly flawless on Thursday night, playing 2 series against the Eagles and going 9 for 10 with 2 touchdown passes and 123 yards. Chase Brown delivered 48 scrimmage yards, and Jamar Chase caught 4 balls for 77 yards and 1 score. It's great to see a Death Star offense look the part at this early stage. Tyler Loop impressed in his Ravens debut, nailing a 52-yarder in the preseason opener and drilling all 3 extra-point attempts. He also made a very legit tackle on a kick return, prompting a low-ope cheer from the crowd. You truly have to respect a fan base that loves its specialists.